everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I love Alaska, but it's time to go someplace warm. Okay. How's this, Eileen? It's awesome. Yeah! Woo!
The East Coast! Finally seeing the Atlantic Ocean from the East Coast for the first time in our lives. Can you tell me where we're at?
We're in a chocolate factory in Florida, and we rented a hotel here, and so we figured we would do something fun because hotels are just boring. And so we went to the chocolate factory, and we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. And we got a tour of how to make chocolate.
What was your favorite part of the tour?
Probably eating candy.
All right, so now we are at Blue Springs State Park.
Look for manatees and birds.
So get a little nature in our vacation. It feels so good. It's nice and muggy, a little warm.
And Chloe and I are counting animals.
Yep, we've already got some birds. Now we got to find manatees. Blue Springs State Park. Let's go. Hi, what do you think?
It's very beautiful. It's not very busy. Like we've seen 3 manatees so far, but it's kind of warm. I heard some lady talk about the river being warm because of the temperature outside. So the manatees are staying more in the river and less up by the springs, which are warmer.
Hey, what kind of fish did you see?
I saw a catfish.
Yeah, you spotted a catfish. Cool. All right, so this is considered Florida hiking. As you can see, the trail ahead of us, flat as a pancake. You know, good for beginner, novice hikers. And oh my God, oh, that was just a leaf. We're good. I told the girls if they step off the trail, a wild hog will get them. So I think we're safe, keeping them on the trail. Not exactly our cup of tea when it comes to hiking because there are snakes, spiders, ticks, lizards, just stuff that we're not used to. It's super weird. We're just used to walking through the tundra in Alaska and looking out for moose and bear. That's about it. It is cool seeing birds that we're not used to here, but other than that, they can keep the rest of the reptiles and creepy crawlies. I don't think we're gonna go too much further because the deeper you get into this forest, it feels a little more creepy and a little more crawly. What do you think?
Scary.
We're looking for a wild panther.
No, we're not.
I'm stoked about it. There might be banana spider under that bench. There's the wildlife on this hiking trail here. Boom. Scary lizard. Oh, he gone. We are still at Blue Spring, but the girls found the playground, so kind of a lost cause getting them to walk more. We ended up seeing 4 manatees. Blue Spring empties over 100 million gallons of fresh water into the St. Johns River every day. The spring water coming out of the earth is a constant 365 days a year, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty neat spot, pretty neat part of our earth. Huge mature forest all around us, all sorts of old growth of oak trees and palm trees. All right, I wanted to come at you from St. Petersburg, Florida. We are at Indian Rocks Beach, and it kind of looks like we have a little hotel room here. That's our rental car. Here's our balcony. But this is not a hotel. Check this out. This is Aunt Anne's condo. And Aunt Anne is not related to me. She is my sister-in-law's aunt. Her and Mike are super generous, wanted us to come see him at the condo. So we said, sure. I mean, why not? Let's go to the condo. Alyssa's getting her own private tour.
I am.
Lucky. All right, so we are now in the kitchen. We've got living room, dining room. Jeremiah, can you help me go out the back patio? Want to show me what's out there? Okay. Check out the back patio. What is this? Indian Rocks Beach. Check this out. Private pool. And the beautiful beach out here. Super amazing. Not your average weekend getaway. What do you think, kid? You heard it here first. It's good. All right, so the kids are swimming in the pool and they're hanging out in the hot tub back there. Alyssa is chilling in the shade watching Joe's last YouTube video, kind of shivering as we watch him shoveling snow back home. I only have one thing to say to Joe and Bonnie right now.
I am warm and you are cold. Hey!
Check out behind me here is the beach, the Gulf of Mexico. So we are at Honeymoon Island State Park. They've got a couple things that are really neat. They've got a lot of beaches, a playground for kids, and the Osprey Trail, which we are on now. So it's a good mix of things. We thought we'd check it out. Being in the state park, we did have to pay to get in, but that's all right. It's a beautiful day. We're just trying to stay out of the wind. We're gonna hike this 2-mile trail and see what we can find and wrap up our day here at Honeymoon Island State Park. What's your favorite part of the park?
The playground.
The playground?
Definitely the playground.
Big shocker. Jeremiah, is your favorite part of the park the playground?
I love the playground, personally.
I personally like to spend $8 to get into a state park so my kids can play at a playground. That's my idea of fun. All right, so when the trails get a little too intense for most Florida folks and most tourists, that's when Jeremiah and I start to feel most at home. And with how close all the bushes are to the actual trail, this isn't something you'd want to do in Alaska because you're freaking out about all the bears and stuff. But here, you stay in the middle of the road. Let's be real, it's technically a road, not a trail. And you just have to watch out for snakes. All right, the trail has led us to the beach. Check this out. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the video. You know, for us, a big part of living in the bush of Alaska is knowing that we were going to get out of the state during the winter and do stuff like this. And it's really neat that my brother and sister-in-law live in Florida. It gives us an excuse to come get some warm weather and a lot of sunshine in the winter. I really struggle with the dark, long winter nights in the winters of Alaska. So coming here has been a really nice break. You know, we brought the homeschool books for the girls when we came down here. The homeschool program in Alaska actually paid to have the girls take swimming lessons while we were here. So it was a huge help because swimming at the lodge is not really fun to do when it's ice cold. And so taking swimming lessons down here in a heated pool was great. And also just an amazing time to reconnect with a community of sorts when we went to church with Jeremiah and Emmy this past month several times. Also, we cannot believe how it ended up that Alyssa and I were down here 3 days before Dad passed away. And it's still really heavy on our hearts, but it's incredible that we were actually here for Jeremiah and Emmy when we all went through that. I know that's been talked about a lot amongst us this past month, and I was feeling bad about not being up there with Joe and our baby sister Carly to take care of stuff like that, and I want to thank them for doing that and just telling me and my wife, stay down in Florida, we'll take care of this, and we'll tackle some more stuff when you guys get back home. So that's kind of how that ended up this past month. I did a pretty terrible job of vlogging this month. I really got lazy with it, but we did visit so many amazing places, several beaches and several state parks that you saw and some that you didn't see. A super random state park that Jeremiah took me to, we were just exploring because neither of us had ever been there, called Dead River Park. Super sketchy, and I do not recommend it. I actually logged on to Google to warn people that it was a really weird place. But we did find wild orange trees, so that was kind of cool. Right as soon as we got here, we took a resort tour through Disney Springs. We got to ride on the monorails. We got to take boats all through Disney property that would get us to different places, so that was pretty fun. The girls got to go to the Lego store and pick out one of their late Christmas presents. So it was just a very good month for us to just relax, spend time with family. We finally made it over to the Atlantic Ocean and saw the East Coast for the first time, which was so cool. We took the kids to Daytona Beach. We went to the Ponce de Leon Lighthouse with the family. That was a really neat museum and a lot of amazing history there. We went to Circle B Bar Reserve, and I was so excited. As a bird lover myself, I identified 72 species this month here. So that's pretty exciting for me, because up at home we literally have 2 species hanging out around the house right now. So it's a big change for me. So anyways, I'll wrap it up, and thanks again for watching. We're flying home tomorrow, and we'll be back in a normal routine here pretty soon. So, all right, guys, thanks for following us to Florida, and we'll catch you back in Alaska.